A tired man ran through dark woods, chased like property, not a person. He had no army, no money, no safety, yet his courage helped tear open the soul of America. How could one runaway slave change a whole nation? Come closer, my friends. This is that story. Today, we will walk beside this man. We will see his pain, his escape, and his fight. We will watch one life become a fire. And by the end, we will understand how freedom for one person became hope for millions. Before his escape, America was already deeply divided. In the North, many people spoke about liberty. They praised freedom. They praised human rights. But in the South, millions of black people lived in chains. They were bought. They were sold. They were forced to work from sunrise to night. Cotton made some men rich, very rich. And slavery fed that wealth every day. Many white Americans knew this was wrong, but they stayed silent. Others defended it with cold hearts and clever words. So this was the world before his flight, a proud nation and a wounded one. His name was Frederick Douglass. He was born into slavery in Maryland, around 1818. He did not know his exact birthday. Even that was taken from him. His mother was separated from him very early. This was common. Slavery broke families first. Then it broke the spirit. As a child, he watched, listened, and learned. He saw cruelty up close. He saw fear everywhere. But he also saw something else. Knowledge had power. When he began to learn letters, a door opened inside him. Words gave him language. Language gave him thought. Thought gave him hunger. And once a person truly sees his chains, he cannot stop dreaming of freedom. In 1838, he made his move. He dressed like a sailor. He carried borrowed papers. He stepped onto trains and boats with danger all around him. One wrong look could destroy everything. One question could send him back in chains. Imagine his heart in those hours. Fast, tight, alert. He was not only running from a place, he was running from a system that said he was less than human. And then, after long fear and silent courage, he reached New York. He was free, but only in body. Freedom did not yet feel safe. It felt fragile. It felt uncertain. It felt like standing on new ground while the past still chased behind him. After escape, he could have stayed quiet. Many people did. They had to. The danger was still real. Slave catchers moved through free states too. The law did not fully protect him. Freedom was closer now, but it was still fragile. Then Frederick Douglass began to speak, and people listened. His voice was calm. His mind was sharp. His story was true. He did not speak like an object of pity. He spoke like a man fully awake. He spoke with pain. He spoke with fire. He spoke with dignity. Soon crowds gathered to hear him. White listeners were stunned. Black listeners were moved. Abolitionists welcomed him. An abolitionist is a person who fights to end slavery. One escaped slave had become a national witness. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 1852, Douglass gave one of his greatest speeches. Its title was simple: "What to the slave is the 4th of July?" The nation celebrated freedom. He asked a painful question: freedom for whom? His words cut deep. He did not whisper. He did not soften the truth. He stood before America and showed its broken mirror. A country that praised liberty still held millions in bondage. Some people felt anger. Some felt shame. Some finally woke up. This was bigger than one man now, much bigger. Douglass was no longer only telling his story, he was forcing a nation to hear itself. And once that truth was spoken so clearly, America could not escape it forever. The country moved toward war. For years, leaders delayed the truth. They made compromises. They made excuses. But slavery was not a small issue. It was the wound at the center of America. And wounds like that do not stay hidden forever. In 1861, the Civil War began. Brother fought brother. Towns burned. Families waited in fear. The nation was breaking apart. Douglass did not step back. He pushed forward. He demanded that the war become a war for freedom. He urged President Lincoln to let black men fight. At first, Lincoln moved slowly, very slowly. But history was turning. In 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation came. It declared freedom for enslaved people in Confederate states. It was not the end, but it was a door opening. Frederick Douglass did not end slavery alone, but he changed the moral weather of America. He gave the nation words it could not forget. He made distant suffering feel immediate. He made silence feel shameful. That matters. It matters deeply. Laws change because people change first. And people often change because one brave voice reaches them at the right moment. Douglass was that voice. He wrote books. He gave speeches. He advised presidents. He kept fighting after slavery ended, because freedom on paper was not enough. Black Americans still faced hatred, violence, and injustice. So his work did not stop at escape. It grew. It widened. It became a lifelong struggle for full human dignity. It is easy to praise courage later. It is harder to feel its cost. Douglass lived with danger for years. He knew capture was possible. He knew fame could make him easier to find. He knew every speech carried risk. Still he spoke. Still he wrote. Still he stood tall. That is what makes his story so powerful. He was not fearless. He was faithful to the truth. And maybe that is real courage, not the absence of fear, but the decision to move anyway, to speak anyway, to live as a full human being, even when the world keeps saying no. Douglass did more than attack slavery. He exposed a deeper sickness. A nation can speak beautiful words and still do cruel things. A flag can wave proudly over deep injustice. A church can preach love and still bless violence. That is why his words still matter. He was asking America to choose what kind of country it wanted to be. A nation of slogans, or a nation of truth? A nation of comfort, or a nation of conscience? These questions did not end in the 19th century. They remain with us now. Because every society must face them, and every person must face them too. So what does his life ask from us? Maybe this: never believe that one voice is too small. History often turns quietly at first. A speech, a book, a brave decision, one person telling the truth at the right time. Douglass began as a man denied even his own birthday, yet he became a voice that reached presidents, crowds, and generations. That is the mystery of human dignity. It can be buried, it can be beaten, it can be denied, but it does not disappear. And when it rises, it can shake a nation. And maybe this is why his story matters to you. Learning English can feel slow. It can feel lonely. Some days you forget words. Some days you doubt yourself. But you keep going. You listen. You learn. You return. Frederick Douglass built a new life through language. Words helped free his mind before his body. And now, word by word, you are building something too. Not just better English. A stronger voice, a wider world, a new future. If this story moved you, please like this video and subscribe to Story World English. Leave a comment and tell me whose life we should explore next. He found his voice. You are finding yours.